Good evening. This is Mhorgrimm, and welcome to a recording of my Let's Play. Recording much later than
Just
usual.
Trying to survive one more day.
But I do have myself an adult beverage. And we'll work on solving something here with Vaeric. So let's do House of Ethal first.
Almost firm. All I am saying is that I am not pleased with the recent outside.
The armory. Okay. All. For a bit of food. So the wardens like their police.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying
Just
them
let's listen in.
only lasts so long.
I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Bethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
Okay.
Do not fully dedicate this to risk the path of the apostate.
Requires a key. Is her wall just all okay? Well, their decor is certainly a vibe. Okay, so let's go.
If you are not a member of House Bethal, you do not belong here.
Let's see, I was sent by the High Council to get your cooperation.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is a Nazgul's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Vaeric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
I don't see how these situations are connected.
Of course not. You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
I could use the Starborn. I understand more than you know. I am the discreet third party you've been looking for.
It is a rare moment when prayers are so specifically answered, but it is not for me to question his will. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Vaeric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the Great Serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Vaeric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Why would Vaeric leave at a time like this?
Because he let his weakness get the better of him. He sees himself as a prisoner in this life. He runs from a duty that others would spend their lives coveting. He is my son. He does not get to choose. He was born to inherit my title, and he knows the punishment for refusing to honor it.
Killing Vaeric sounds extreme to me.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us. I do not wish Vaeric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
What does the Ministry of State have to do with it?
Our duty as wardens is to keep the populace tasked and loyal. All must serve, both the Great Serpent and House Va'ruun. No exceptions. Those who refuse must be cleansed to stop the spread of corruption.
Okay, so why haven't you dealt with this yourself?
I will not have it known that I declared my own son a heretic and allowed him to escape our grasp. This knowledge weakens the Ministry of State's authority, something we cannot risk at this time. This is why my interest turned to a third party, someone outside of the noble houses, but we have yet to determine someone trustworthy enough. Until now.
I see. And how does Vaeric's death relate to the power grid
The
access?
shame Vaeric brought upon this house is immeasurable. It stains the very foundation. I will not act until this house is in order and its members are properly aligned with the Great Serpent.
Vaeric is your son, you could make an exception.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Vaeric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Vaeric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid.
I'll see what I can do.
See that you get it done. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Vaeric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
Hopefully no one was stupid enough to help him.
If they were, they will pay the price. And remember, absolute discretion. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Vaeric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Okay.
Chosen.
All this waiting around has been unbearable.
nothing left for me now.
Anything I can do to help you?
Unless you can find a way for me to trade places with my wife? No. That is selfish, I know. But I would give anything to trade places.
You're saying things that might get you in trouble. Why isn't your face seeing you through this like other people?
I could not care less if I get in trouble. If I disappear now, because of the things I have been saying, it would be a mercy. Look at me. Do I look like I care if I live or die? I'm a walking corpse already. The Great Serpent saw fit to kill everything I held dear in this lifetime, and he chose to torture me by leaving me untouched. My fate is not seeing me through, because perhaps it was our faith that put us in this position. See you. If you
Okay.
still around.
Another drink will not hurt.
The Great Serpent spared us so that we may rebuild stronger, better.
Great Serpent, please help me.
This railing is taken. And no, I'm not looking for company.
I respect your boundaries, but I need your
My
help.
help? That'd be a first.
I'm looking for Vaeric Vathal.
Aren't we all? Vaeric. One day we're inseparable. And the next, I've searched all of Dazra for him. But he's gone. Couldn't even leave a note. That means he either doesn't want to be found or... well, I prefer not to think about it.
Surely you found out something while you were searching.
I appreciate your understanding earlier, and maybe I did. But I just don't think he wants to be found.
Are you sure you searched everywhere?
I'm so tired. It's possible I missed something, but nothing comes to mind.
He must have left some sort of clue.
Believe me, I'd help if I could. All right, fine. But I'm only telling you this because I want him to be safe. I never found out where he is. But I know someone who might. His name is Tain Salavea.
Tell me where I can find this team.
Hard to say right now, but Tain's a regular. If you stay a bit, you can't miss him. Just promise me you'll let me know if you find Vaeric.
Are you sure you want to know?
Yes. I need the closure. Whatever it may be.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
So I know from before... well, since I'm here, let's talk to Amila.
Ah, look who it is. I will not waste your time. I already know what you have come to ask. You wish to inquire if there is any possibility of me apologizing to my brother. The answer is no. The duel shall go forward as planned.
You seem eager to die.
Why are you so sure that I will die? I have been in plenty of scraps on the streets, and I am not some sheltered pushover like my brother.
Nothing good can come from this duel. What are you trying to prove?
You cannot just turn your back on family like Borhall has done to me. And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of what he has done will rot him from the inside out. And if I win, it is justice.
It's your funeral.
I have made my choice. If I am to die, so be it, but I am no coward.
And...
a drink or two ought to lighten this mood. Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
Yep, that's
Impressive.
me.
Since these people really aren't into strangers, especially in times like these. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
You're not promised and they speak to you?
I guess when you're part of the supply chain, they make a few exceptions. There's not a lot of people in the import-export business when it comes to Dazra, and they aim to keep it that way. But believe me, it wasn't any short amount of time before they let me roam these streets.
So how'd you end up here?
You could say I'm like a specialized delivery service, moving stuff back and forth between Dazra and the settled systems. Just so happens I got a lot of time on my hands since Dazra went to hell and I lost my ship. And let me tell you, I thought things were grim before. Whatever that incident was, this whole planet's gonna need therapy.
Nice to see a fellow outsider.
Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
It's been interesting.
It sure has, to say the least. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
I heard you could tell me where I can find Vaeric.
That's so. Well, I guess that depends, diviner. Who wants to know?
I do.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son?
Mm-hmm.
And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent. And I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
I'm authorized to execute anyone who may be hiding his
Not
location.
even gonna buy me dinner first? Sounds like someone's repping for House Vathal. But hey, I guess staying alive isn't the worst deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
Good. Let's go.
After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Got a very Maori vibe to him. Yep, she's with us. Okay.
If you require aid, Captain Irara at the Halls of Healing may be able to assist you. If she can spare the supplies.
Oh, no kids hiding here. Guys, move. There we go. Everyone out?
Yes, you need me?
Nope.
Right.
She's got a limited range, so just keep heading northwest of Dazra until we pick something up.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm a husky guy.
Uh-huh. see anyone. Seaweed farm. Sounds very appetizing.
My brother lost his wife and home in the catastrophe.
I don't see anything really interesting in there.
And your scan shows...
Okay.
What do you want?
Interesting terrain. Any other spacers I can spot? I can get some height, look down on them. You know, take the high ground. Ooh.
Perhaps we can find some indication of why this ship was vacated.
Anyone else? Thought we could get him through the grass there. Okay, so they got a turret in those ship ruins. Oh. If I can get up here where they got their satellite dish. Do I see any other movement? Wait, you're not great at your stealth.
Profit is never necessarily the aim, but if there is something worth taking... I heard something.
Yeah, you didn't hear anything. Okay, there he is. Okay.
Give up already.
Not going out like this! Don't know if they ran or hid.
There is no escape.
Thank you.
Just die already!
I can handle this.
Don't see the other one.
What? Where?
You can't hope to win.
Right in the forehead.
They should have fought harder.
I got more ammo with this one.
Sure know how to handle yourself in a fight.
Take your crew and get to that old crash. Spacer communique number 2.
The ship could be deteriorating. We should not stay long.
Okay, same. Oh, a key. Well, that's handy.
Something about that you can
Well,
afford
the
to let
Astral
go
is
of.
handy. I do like the... I wish they made more use of these assets. Like the upside down crash ship. Okay, so not where we needed to be. Oh, that, and that. Liquor jug, so obviously empty. Oh, beer bottle. So he's this way?
sell it somehow. Make a credit or two, or $1 million if I had my way. You hear that? Because I heard it.
Nothing there now.
I am not afraid, great serpent.
Hope you're ready for a fight.
Guys.
We should move on, if there's nothing worth taking.
Beep.
Unfamiliar environments should always be approached with caution.
Okay. Can I approach from this side? A lot of climbing. All right. Can I get up that cliff? It's safer to come from where they came. made of tentacles and bones. It's like a crazy mutated heat leech. Okay, so he left his tracker. Okay. Tracking device, slowly building this area. Okay.
A temporary encampment, but not an uneventful stay for the occupant.
Bloodstain's large. What am I missing?
Quite a view from here. This place is unique, is it not?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Suppose I could try maybe use my like precognition skills here. Oh.
If you need a hand with any of that, let me know.
Nope, I got it.
I prefer that we both remain light on our feet. You never know what could happen.
Seems like there's something here. I guess we'll search is safe. Okay, I think we're in. That's a lot of money. I didn't realize you could find things like that. Word. Okay, I'm at a loss. Let's see, where's my... That didn't help me, Andrasia. I already knew that you were running. Saying, what am I missing? Nothing here. Anything? So it's bathroom. It's like I should be finding something here, but I'm not. I could use a hand. Actually, where's what's his face? That was an explosion, right? Where's Tane gone?
Keep your eye out for anything. Friend's a strong word. More like friendly acquaintances.
Okay.
Guess we both felt the Herald's Rest was one of the few places that made us feel like real people. Couple of drinks and everyone's your friend in that moment.
I get that. So what kind of person was Vaeric?
He's a good enough guy, I suppose. A little self-absorbed, spoiled. Growing up in a noble house probably does that to you. A little naive, too. He's got this friend, Bianca. She's crazy about him. But the guy's oblivious. And his friend Eggy? Guy needs to lay off the Koza. But I heard Vaeric let him in on his tab. That's gonna work out well. Blames his dad for everything, though. And I get it. Victor Vathal is not an easy man.
Let's backtrack.
Hey, whatever you want.
So
Always up for a chat.
Nope, wrong button. Next to them. So I don't know what I'm missing. Nope. Anything in here? No. That. Okay. Cool.
What the hell is that?
Heal. Oh man, this is really a fight this time.
If you ever get a time out, go back to the Could you stay away? Could you?
Whoop.
Still in one piece.
It's interesting that it let out running away. Where's the body? Well, the ones I did kill. Okay. Interesting.
2 arms, 2 legs, still good to go. All my years and all the planets I've been on, never gonna get used to those things.
Just wait until you see a terramorph.
Terror, what? I think I'll pass. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Vaeric's alive. You find anything?
Bloodstain, must be interested.
Hope he doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next? Vaeric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us.
We track him, he's injured, shouldn't
Sounds
be
like
hard.
a plan. And hopefully that injury slows him down enough for us to catch up. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we, I mean you.
Righto.
If you see any settlers, best to just keep it moving. Or shoot them. One or the other.
Interesting attitude. So far, nothing. Guys. Okay. Let's sprint while we can. Yeah, we cleaned out that. So I know from the one universe we did this in before, executing a quick, simple way to finish the quest, and of course, executing our friend there. But I'm wondering, how much would it destabilize the House Varoon from its current setup if you let the guy who ran away become the eventual heir? Because...
That's far enough, strangers. You want to
Get
tell
rid of
me
the
what you're
fanatic,
doing on
that
my
could help.
property uninvited?
Diviner John Mhorgrimm, we're looking for Vaeric Vithal.
Well, you won't find him here. This isn't exactly the type of place where house members frequent.
He's injured, we're worried about him.
I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it.
His injuries need special treatment, please.
All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said before, I've never seen Vaeric Vithal. We keep to ourselves. There's no reason for a path to cross. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Vaeric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him.
I need to know which way he went.
We sent him north. There's a long abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life.
I see.
We even gave him 2 of our own growths to get started.
That's all I needed. We'll be on our way.
Thanks for the help.
All must serve.
Serpent, watch over you. Great Serpent guide you.
Yeah, a lot of guns here, ma'am. Let's go my complete outfit. I should start trying to see if I can upgrade some of the guns a bit more.
Your
abilities
you
are...
want to impress me? Smuggle a hot box of contraband into New Atlantis after a lockdown.
So experimenting with farming. Where's Andrasia? First entry, new life. Find farmers. Okay.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances.
I should give her a better gun.
You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
It's always good to work with old friends.
You were acquainted with some of the members before. I was not. This is all new to me. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
You're certainly very unique.
I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to avoid the question.
Yes.
I will assume the former. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I worry that some of the others are unable to see past this. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
I'm sure you did what you had to do.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
You've had my back, and that's all that matters.
You have given me an opportunity the others have not. Perhaps I just need more time. I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this. By a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
I've always been alone myself.
And yet here we are, working together. And that has, I think, gone very well. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. You were unsure about it, and I can understand that.
That's good.
I am glad that you decided against it. It would only give me more to worry about.
It was clearly important to you that I not say anything.
Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me.
Okay, back to our search. Good talk.
Is there some compulsion that leads you to do this? Childhood trauma? It is okay to let things go.
No, it is not. What if I missed something? Hmm? Definitely not alien pie. Hello, hello, hello. Got fed up. Okay. Sister. Sorry, I just had to clear my throat there a bit. What you hiding there? Nothing?
It's been a minute since I stretched the old legs. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything?
We're in the right spot.
Good, because this old body is in need of some rest. Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, 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 hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Rightfully so.
I'm John Mhorgrimm, the
I wish
diviner.
I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't a social call.
Nope.
Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case.
Of course, I'd like to know your side of the story.
I'm glad someone does for once. I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose.
Okay.
I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of Elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
It's your sole responsibility is to your house.
They really got into your head with the whole promise thing.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about.
Now, what does your leaving mean for House Vithal?
Shame, embarrassment, fuel for the other houses to ridicule my father.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want any of that for him, but he left me no choice. If he would have listened just once, maybe I could have left on good terms with my father's blessing. Control the narrative, as they like to say.
As a parent, he should support
That's
you.
the issue. As far as my father's concerned, he's the most supportive parent out there. Giving me all the tools and teachings I need to inherit House Vithal and assume the reins of the Ministry of State. I'm the ungrateful one. I'm the problem. Not him. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now.
Well, that explains the tracker.
Yeah. I needed a way to find him once he got outside the city. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Vaeric running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not two for the price of one? I didn't realize it was gonna turn into a whole thing.
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here.
First, tell me, Why he chose to leave now of all
I
times.
suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the scaled citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
I'll never understand religion, especially extreme levels like this.
I understand that some people need faith as guidance, but Varun's society takes it too far. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life.
Okay.
I ask that you give me that chance.
Do I make Vaeric return? Because I'm pretty sure if he returns, his dad's going to ask him to be killed. If I leave him here, though,
I pray I'm not boring you.
If he returns to his responsibilities, would his father kill him? Meanwhile, if I leave him here, it kind of undermines my whole plan to use him to change House... What are you, Vithal? I'm not going to attack. That much is definitely for certain. Mainly because I spared the, whatchamacallits.
Usually a conversation requires 2 participants.
Okay, so... I think we'll try and convince him to go back. And then...
I can't go back.
Maybe I can
I want
convince
nothing to do
his
with that life.
father not to kill him. You're in no position to be making rational decisions.
Perhaps you're right. I've been through so much.
You'd need help out here, and anyone who helps you is at risk.
I've never considered that.
You know that returning is the right thing to do for your house and Dazra.
You're right.
Yes.
It's something I've strongly considered. All right. I concede. I can see how I may have acted abruptly. Vashti's death. So much devastation. So much loss. But will my father even take me back?
I'll convince him. I convinced you to return.
To Dazra is something I can hardly believe myself.
I'll convince him.
So point made. I'll need to make some preparations before I return. Gathering my things and making sure Bella and Boris are taken care of. I'll be along shortly.
Same here. I'm going to stick around and help Vaeric out. Besides, I don't think I want to be around when you report back to Victor. Do me a favor and find me later at the Herald's Rest.
Okay. So this should be fun.
I shall stand guard while you focus.
I'm interested in this. What is this place? Quite a few hunting things down there. Now I fall in peace upon the pledge of salvation, may see beyond the blackest sea, beyond the shrouding, and beyond. Well, he put up a fight. Whoa. Definitely a lot to return to my ship and crew with. A watermelon? Maintenance orders. We're going to go overloaded. Let's go completely over the top. There we go. See them running around. This is good sniping practice. Extreme range. That's that one over there. Eh. There we go. Not sure what quest that is, but you know. It'll be a little easier storming the base now. Okay. I think I upgraded my weapons as much as I can. Though I did find that A99 that can be useful. Okay, that's the cross spaceship. Okay. Now I know where I am. Okay, so there's the crashed spaceship site. There's the watchtower. Okay.
Die today. You seem to have taken on more than you can carry.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Just trying to find a gully to get up. A couloir. The couloir is pretty much that would be if there was snow. Alright, let's see if I can go convince Daddy Victor. Then I gotta pop back in my ship, drop off stuff. We do some modifications. I'll examine what I have. Oh, I have to have a sit-down meal too. There's the door. Alright, need to go back to my ship. Not to run away, guys. Don't worry about that.
I am trying.
I'm just trying to offload stuff. Don't you worry. I'm not abandoning you yet. Yet. But I need a house Varoon and all its tenant houses. Less fanatical, less militant. Because change will not come about if they're like this. Alright, so let's see. Everything I need to get rid of. You know what? I'm not going to hire crew anytime soon. I think the Starlash, I'll see if I can figure out a way to get Andreja to use it. So this gives me instigating and med theft, 180. Instigating incinerator and Tesla. Well, we all know which one I'm gonna equip then, huh? Okay, next pile. Weighs significantly more. Yeah, let's go with the Zealot spacesuit. We're all when in Rome. Okay. Well, the helmets are easy enough to figure out. I can always get those. Okay. Yeah, that looks awesome. Go fix that. Bye. Okay, let's see. Health and 02. The 5% is not worth it.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on.
Nope, a little too much over the top. Oh, Constellation 1. How about Variety 1? No. Like, I'm gonna probably just be the regular old Constellation. Nope. Oh, that could be. Still bugs me that Variety 4. Variety 5's kind of works, doesn't it? The Variety 4 does not work, particularly with the helmet. Alright, Variety 3 then it is. variety 3 is definitely a no. I might actually go with the variety 5. Okay. Fine. Harder to detect. A tensile I don't have. Given what I'm up against, we'll go with the energy shielding. The helmet I've done. Balanced, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Actually, we could just pop down here to the kitchen. And drop off consumables. Give them some bourbon, throat, beer, pies, some booze. Bit more. Bit more. I don't want them eating the ichor. Well, obviously, I need to take the helmet off. So if I'm going to eat, alright, so consumable, let's see what we'll have. We'll have a stout. Pizza. Okay. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Right here. Okay, so let's get this set up for
I hope that modification proves beneficial.
okay, so we'll give that to, where is she? Heard you talking. Okay. Fine. This one. Okay, so first thing, can I get a winter chem? Set it apart. Okay. That's fine. That's a good one. We want armor piercing. We know we want high powered. We want it fully automatic so I can use it kind of to storm ships as well. Let's see what we got. Oh, that works. Wish it had a gold color, but good enough. Oh, hello.
You have my attention.
Did you want to discuss something?
What did you need?
Let's trade gear.
I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal?
Okay, so you get 3 kilovolt laser. Okay, 3 kilovolt laser. And
until next time.
I hope that's an appropriate weapon for you there, Andresia. Okay. Bye, Vasco.
Captain John. Hello. I am satisfied to see that you...
Well, that is some ship you have there.
Mm-hmm.
It has been too long since I've tinkered with a ship from the settled systems. Well, I
hope you have experience in
had
them.
a privileged upbringing that allowed me to hone my skills on all sorts of different ships.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you need anything for your ship, just let me know.
I would like to modify
I can help with that.
I want to know what kind of cockpits they have. Great, where did I stick it? Oh, there it is. I'm here. Like, if I could... Just annoys me. Like, why can't it fit there? Like, I don't think it's... Like, what's interfering with it? Like, if it can go there... Is it the cargo bay? Because I would kind of prefer that. It's got 4 crew stations. That's got 2. No, it's not the cargo. sure, yeah. Yeah. Thing is, it's even a Deimos. Curious. No, I kind of like having the command deck connecting to it. If I couldn't figure out a way to put a Viking on it, I won't.
Gods overheard my name.
Well, maybe this will let me buy and sell stuff here at the armory.
Our minds and bodies must be fully devoted.
It does have like a nice coloring scheme. I do like the aesthetic. Not really a fan of.
All must serve.
What news do you bring, Divina?
Hopefully some good news.
Serpent, be merciful. Tell me you spared my nephew.
Is this true? You allowed a traitor to live.
I allowed your son to live and persuaded him to come home.
You allowed him to live?
Victor, this is great news. Truly, the Great Serpent has guided him back to you.
Well, not exactly the Great Serpent, but I have returned nonetheless. Father, I admit I had no intention of coming back, but the Diviner found me. He helped me see under a different light. Will you forgive me?
Victor, how dare you stall when your son has asked your forgiveness?
The Great Serpent's offering you a second chance.
Could it be?
Father, I have returned out of love and support for you and House Vetal. I am ready to dedicate myself fully.
Do you have any idea the trauma you have caused me? The damage you could have wrought upon this house?
It was never my intention to harm you or this house. Losing Vashti. So much devastation. I feared we devoted ourselves blindly to a path that would lead to our end. I let my emotions get the best of me. I lost my way, but I have returned. Repentant and ready to serve.
You can start over. Let this experience bring you closer.
The diviner is right, brother. This is the chance for both of you to clear the air and build a new, stronger understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I stand corrected. Vaeric, I have always seen myself in you, son. Even the weaker emotional side. Much like your aunt does for me, I know Vashti did for you. She was your anchor. It should be no surprise how her death drove you away.
Thank you, Father. All I ask is for your understanding and forgiveness.
And you shall have it.
It's good to have you back with us, Vaeric.
You put my son back on the right path and guided him home.
Your son needed a father, not the house elder.
My responsibilities are far greater than being a simple parent. I did what I could to the best of my ability. Now that he has returned, Vaeric and I will use this moment to move forward.
Much like politics, communication, compromise, and compassion are key.
House politics vary drastically from the settled systems, but I understand your point.
And perhaps we could even learn by keeping those in mind.
Now, if you all will excuse us, there is something I wish to discuss with the diviner alone.
Come, Vaeric. Let us get you resettled.
Now that we have a bit more privacy, I wanted to discuss the matter of any traitors among us. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery?
Vaeric kept it close to his chest. He told no one.
Good. Unfortunately, I have heard ramblings among the people of Vaeric's disappearance. Wardens are dealing with the matter as we speak. But, while not the orders given, you restored this house and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Equinox needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. Obviously, my son and I have much to discuss.
Like, he never leaves his room, so I'd never be able to see what's on his computer. I'd like to.
I pray the serpent still favors us to have allowed us to live.
I feared we'd never see Vaeric again.
What's your role here?
I mostly looked after the house members, trying to take a more active role in the lives of our people. Victor's attention is more administrative focused, so he has little time to deal with personal grievances or requests. Since the destruction, I did all I could to help ease our family's grief. But once Vaeric left, I turned my focus completely to Victor.
What do you remember of the cataclysm?
I remember the light and a horrible sound. But most of all, I remember Victor's face when he rushed outside to find us. He kept saying it was gone. Disappeared. I'll never forget the moment he took us into the halls of obedience to see the devastation that surrounded the scaled citadel. The heartbreak and horror we felt knowing whatever took Dazra took our house and family with it. All must serve.
At least one good thing has come of my return. I wish both you and Ekris luck with the scaled citadel.
What do you think your sister Vashti would have thought of all this?
Vashti knew my heart and mind well. She might have been disappointed I returned, but she'd also be happy I remained with the family. Our father is what would bother her the most. She would have made a far better elder than I. If only he would have listened. For her sake, I hope we can resolve our differences, once and for all.
So where were you when Dazra was lost?
I was on my way to see my father at the Halls of Obedience when it happened. I had just crossed Jinan Plaza when I saw the light pulse from the Citadel, and the sound felt like it went right through me. I couldn't help but fixate on the Citadel itself, surrounded by that strange energy. It didn't even dawn on me until later, just how heavy the losses would be.
Well, maybe I've introduced something other than fanaticism in.
Great Serpent bless you for bringing Vaeric home to us.
Did you know how unhappy Vaeric was?
Yes. Vaeric is in the unfortunate position of having Victor as a father. I do what I can for my nephew. My hope is that these recent events will allow them to discuss their differences more openly.
What do you remember of the cataclysm?
I was with Luther, just outside the Halls of Obedience. We saw light pulsing in the sky, and then a sound like a percussive scream. We didn't even realize the damage until Victor came rushing outside and pointed us toward the scaled citadel. And it was then that we knew. Vashti and so many others were lost. Serpent, guide you.
Okay, I hope that's means. Okay.
Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from me yet. You do not have approval to trade with me.
Well, let's go. Hand in some of the good news. Yeah, my uniform definitely sticks out. Actually, well, I could have done with the duel. Stupid honor duel thing.
Greetings.
Well, let's go hand it in. Then go talk to the people at the bar. Gold gun. There he is.
You do not understand. I saw a Nasco, took measure of his burdens.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the Great Serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the
can always happen.
proselytizing. The diviner has returned. Did Victor finally relinquish the access code?
Here's the access code.
Excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, let's hope Houses Kadik and Dul Kef are as forthcoming.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
You're both right.
It sounds like you agree with
Whoa.
me.
And yet, only one is the foundation for the other. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede
Thanks
to
for
its
your giant
nonsense.
eyeball.
Diviner, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
Gotta talk to you.
I have seen visions of Anasco, searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence.
Providence?
The Great Serpent has guided you here. From the moment you found the Oracle to the words I speak to you now.
Your city was in trouble. I came to help. There's nothing else
And
to it.
yet, you crossed paths with the Oracle and found our city hidden among the stars. The Great Serpent drew a path for you, trickles of the greater plan drawing you here. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
There, you will make contact with a Nasco Varun.
It would be unwise to ignore the Herald's counsel.
You sound certain I'll find him
It
there.
is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed two futures. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him.
That sounds ominous if true.
Indeed. But there is another path. In the
Is there
second
now?
future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future, rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on a minute chance Anasco is present.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. But I would what kind? No, I would be able to speak to an Asco?
Not in the way you and I speak, but in crude terms, yes. Provided you manage to maintain your own sanity through the process.
Okay.
But this is all purely theoretical. No one has ever entered the vortex and come back.
No, you just need a little faith.
I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same.
Sure they are. You point me to the
Then you
cave, I'll
must
find
embark
him.
to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find Anasco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good point to end it with this view before I head off, well, for the night, and maybe we'll see. If I can't sleep, I'll record another session. But we've completed things with Vaeric. This is a nicely done mission. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. I'd like to especially thank anyone who leaves a like or subscribe. Anyone who wants to leave a comment, I greatly appreciate it, because I'd like to know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what I can improve. But until the next time, this has been Mhorgrimm and my Starfield playthrough, or Let's Play. I'm wishing you all the best. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye now.